So there's this quote that I posted on my Instagram yesterday that I've been thinking a lot about today. And the quote says, "Be brave enough to suck at something new." And, when I posted this, I was thinking a lot about how I've started skateboarding recently, and this is this new thing that I'm doing that I suck at, or at least I still suck, but, I sucked a lot worse when I started, right? And it's got me thinking, what other areas of my life am I too afraid of? And do I lack the courage to start something new because I would suck at it? And the more I think about it, the more I realize this isn't something that just relates to a hobby or a skill or some sort of activity. It's not like I'm afraid to pick up painting and be bad at it. I mean, I don't have an interest in something like that, right? It's got to be something you're interested in. But look at it in your personal life. Like, what things in your life, whether it's your fitness, your relationship, your job, whatever, what do you have in your life that you're afraid to suck at it because it's a new thing, a change that you might make, something that you want to do, but you're simply too afraid? And, I go back to the skateboarding thing and I think about it. And now that I'm 43 and I'm skateboarding, I realize I have much less time to get good at this than I would have if I had started it when I was 22 years old. The last time I really tried to skateboard on a regular short skateboard was in my early 20s, probably 22. And I think I might have skateboarded for a week or two around the parking lot in my apartment, and then I quit. And I think what kept me from doing it, or the reason that I quit, was I was afraid to look stupid. I was afraid that I sucked and people would think I sucked. I still remember I would go skate in this parking lot next to my apartment building, away from where anybody else was. I wouldn't skate somewhere around people because I was so bad. I didn't want people to laugh at me or make fun of me or anything like that. So quite literally, I was afraid of how I would be judged. And I can go into that, but I won't. But ultimately, the moral of the story is, I kept myself from something that I knew I wanted because I was afraid to suck at it. I was afraid how people would view me or perceive me if I tried to make a change for something I wanted in my life. And as I've been looking at my personal life, I've realized there's a lot of areas in it where I'm not making changes because I'm afraid. I'm afraid of how it will go. And I look at that and I think, well, basically what that means is I'm afraid that I'm going to suck at whatever this change is. And whether it's, again, like I said, for me, there's certain things, even whether it's at work or whatever, certain things within my relationships that I'm I'd like to make some changes, but I'm afraid of how life will go if I make these changes, right? I'm afraid it's going to suck, or I will suck, or life will be harder for a while if I try and do certain things. So I'm putting myself on blast saying, hey, I need to stop being a coward. I need to make certain changes. And I'd like you to think, what is it in your life that you're doing that you think, or I guess really that you're not doing because you're afraid. You're afraid to suck. You're afraid that it's not going to go well. You're afraid of how other people are going to perceive you. Maybe you've always wanted to do Zumba, but you've heard people make fun of it. Or maybe you've wanted to join the military and you're in your mid-20s or early 30s thinking, oh, well, maybe I'm too old and, it's going to be embarrassing. It's bro, man, don't let those things hold you back. How much longer do you want to be unhappy because you're unwilling to try something that may not be super easy to pick up? You may go through some growing pains. Like with my skating, I have fallen so many times. I've literally broken my foot. I've messed up both my shoulders, my knee, every appendage I have, both legs, both arms, I've injured both. But you know what? I'm okay. And ironically, the pain that I have right now that's bothering me the most is from sitting on the couch or sleeping wrong. I don't even know exactly what happened, but it wasn't from falling off of a skateboard. So, go out there and deal with some pain, deal with some uncertainty. And when it hurts, which it probably will, when you fall, either literally or metaphorically, you're going to fall and you're going to get hurt. What do? Do you bounce back? Do you say, well, that hurt, so I quit? When I broke my foot, I couldn't skateboard for a month, and that sucked. But as soon as I felt like I was about at that month mark, I got back into it, and it actually kind of hurt the first couple times I skateboarded, but I stuck with it. I was patient with myself, and I kept going. And then I fell and hurt my knee, but but then I did some other things and then let my knee heal, and I kept skateboarding, and then I got back into that. So, you fall down, you heal, you get back up, you keep going. Find something in your life that you've been a coward about. Find some changes that you need to make in your life, and you've been afraid. You've been afraid to do it. If you want to talk, if you want a cheerleader, if you want someone to support, I'm not hard to find. Let me know. We can work on these things together. And there are challenges and things in my own life right now that I know certain things that need to happen. I'm afraid to do it because I'm afraid of how it will hurt, right? But, how much longer do you want to be unhappy, and how long do you want to regret not starting earlier? Keep pushing. Again, you know how to find me. Talk to you soon.